Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So for today's set, we're using Kiara Sky's short almond tips, and this is my niece that we're working on, and so these tips fit her perfectly because she has a very small nail bed, which is why I decided to go with that. But I did the normal prep off camera. I did push back her cuticles, and then I went around the cuticle with a needle drill bit to remove any dead skin. I then roughed up the surface of her natural nail with a fine grit sanding band just to give it some scratches and also to remove the shine and have help for the product to have better hold. And then I went in with McCarthy Hydrator and Primer, and then 2 coats of the Young Nails Protein Bond, and I used base gel to cure on these tips. I'm now going in and just roughing up the surface of the tip as well, and then I'll go in with base gel to have her cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then when I first started, I was just taking off that little sharp piece that's at the end of all tips when you do buy them. After roughing up the surface of the tip, I do take a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and just wipe the nails clean. I know you don't have to put base gel when you're doing acrylic, but I have seen this done by many. One of my favorites, Femi Beauty, she does it a lot, so I do take her advice because she's very good. I'm using the 7-line clear, and basically I just place a bead on my brush after, dipping it in and then getting rid of the excess monomer, and I just kind of let it sit till it gets buttery, and then I place that on the nail, and I try to get that cuticle correct, being that this is a small nail. I'm just using a 1-bead method on this nail because it's super small, but normally when I practice or I do myself off camera, I do go in it with a 3-bead method, but this is a very small nail, so I didn't have to do that. So the monomer I'm using today is from Nail Couture, and this brush I'm using is from the Long Hair Pretty Nail store. It is a number 8, and I absolutely love her store, so if you have not already, please go check her out. She has all sorts of goodies that you will need and essentials for nails, and I'm a big supporter of her, and I do shop with her frequently. But yes, if you haven't checked her out, please do that. So I'm doing the same method for all the nails, and on camera I'm just going to do 1 bead of the acrylic. I am fairly new to acrylic, so if I'm doing something wrong and you do acrylic, any help would be appreciated. So any tips or tricks you have will be greatly appreciated. It's kind of hard for you to see how I really apply things with this small of a nail. And then I did see some areas that needed extra acrylic, so off camera I did go in and fill in those areas, but on camera I just did 1 bead here and lightly brushed it down, making sure that the cuticle area was pretty nice and flushed as well. So I have another monomer that I use at times, but it's an odorless monomer, and it takes so freaking long to dry. It's wonderful. It really does not have an odor, but it takes very long to dry. This is my first time using the Nail Couture monomer because for me it's still kind of strong. It's supposed to be like cotton candy smelling, but not really to me. I mean, it's not very, very strong, but it's not cotton candy completely either. But I do like it because it's set pretty fast, not really super fast, but it's set pretty fast. And that's one thing I can say that I honestly like about acrylic over polygel. Now, I do love that you have time with the polygel, but I also love with acrylic that you're going to just set this, whatever acrylic you're using, down, and once it sets, you're in there, you're done. You have a nice nail, and all you have to do at that point is file, shape, and buff, and decorate, or however you want. So you see me now going in with my e-file. And now I'm going to go ahead and file, shape, and buff everything. And the drill I'm using is from Melody Susie. It's the Scamander drill. So it's the portable drill. And I absolutely love this drill. This is the second one I've purchased since doing nails. When I first started doing nails, I just bought like a cheapie, you know, because I really wasn't going to take this serious, the nail thing. You know, I was just doing it because we were in a pandemic and I like my nails done. I was used to getting my nails done every 2 weeks for years on top of years. So when the pandemic came, it threw me off, is what made me start trying to do my own nails. So I just bought any kind of little drill off of Amazon that was pretty cheap, and it worked. But then I noticed it started going out, and I just was looking around and I ran into a lot of reviews about this drill, the Scamander, and it is absolutely great. I love this. I've had it for about a year now and it is still in great condition. It still works like a pro. I really like it, but I am going to be upgrading to the Kiara Sky drill because I just love everything Kiara Sky. So I will be getting that soon. I just needed something else and this one worked and it's great too. So I do recommend it, and I always link it down below even if I don't say I use it. So I will be linking that down below today. So basically I just go in with the drill, make sure I get around that cuticle, basically debulk the nail, because some areas were pretty like raised up. So I just basically debulked the nail, made sure to kind of get those sides right. Just make sure to basically with this e-file is getting the cuticle area and just debulking. So I'm missing the clip, but I did also go in with my hand file after doing this to make sure that everything was nice and crisp as well. Then I'm going to take some base coat and I'm going to go over all of the nails and have her cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And for this particular video, I would like to shout out Nailed by a Nerd. Thank you so very much for your support. So we went in with A64 from Beetles, and I already applied the first coat, but we're going in with the second coat on the pinky of this light blue, beautiful color. And then on her middle finger, we went in with another Beetles polish. It's A540. And I will link both of those sets of gel polishes down below. But we're just doing the second coat here on camera, and then I'll have her cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I would like to take the time to thank anyone who has watched any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. To my subscribers, I love you all so very much. This is a technique that I picked up just watching other channels on YouTube. So the set is blue and white. So I'm taking this white and then this blue, both from Beetles, a Beetles kit, and I'm just placing them side by side here. And then I'm going to take my dotting tool and I'm kind of going to just swirl them together until it makes a nice marble. So I put a lot of white because she said she wanted mostly white instead of the blue, but then you really couldn't even really see the blue, so I did go ahead and add a little more. And when you're doing the swirl here, you don't want to swirl it too much because you don't want it to just be all one color. So I went in, like I said, and I swirled all of that, and then now I'm taking this brush from a cart that I have. It's like a gel brush, and I'm just scooping that marble up and basically just placing the marble right on the nail after scooping it up. This technique is pretty fun. I do want to try this again with the gel polish, but with different colors and just a little more evenly mixed, because this is just how she wanted it, how it came out. And I like it. It looks nice, but I would have liked it to have a lot more blue in it. Like it could have had the main base of white, but a lot more blue. So we did end up going in and we're doing her, we did her middle, and now we're doing her thumb the same way with the marble. And I just go in after I pretty much get everything together and kind of just tap everything into place afterwards. And she does cure in the lamp between each one for 30 seconds. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. My Instagram handle is nailaddict_she, and there I do post my YouTube tutorial nails as well as other nail sets I do and do not record. Also on Instagram, you can DM me with any recreations you may want to see. So on her index, I did go in with a layer of base gel, so a generous layer because we're going to be putting some pixie rhinestones on the nail. And I got these pixie rhinestones off of Amazon, and I will go ahead and link it down below. It came in like a set of 4, so it came with gold ones, black, this silver, and like a AB type. Really, really cute, really affordable, and I do really like how they brought out this set. So I'll go ahead and link that down below. But basically, I just pour it over, and then I use my finger and kind of tap things into place. So on camera, I didn't get it exactly how I wanted it, but off camera, I did make sure to go in and get them all set and placed correctly. Once I got them right, she did go ahead and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then I'm going in on the pinky with the silver flakes. She did want like some on her pinky. And this is really affordable as well. I'm going to link this down, but it's really huge, as you can see. And this came with 3. So it came with the silver, the gold, and the rose gold. And it is like really, really affordable, really nice. I love flakes. And I also purchased that off of Amazon as well. So I'm not real great with flakes because they're so sticky. They stick to everything, but I basically got it how she wanted. She just wanted 2 diagonal lines, the best I could with the flake on the pinky. So I did go ahead and play with them and try and get them how I want, but I also want to make sure that they were flat because, like I said, I normally like to encapsulate, but they, don't really mind it just being there and like feeling texture if it's any to be felt. But I did good on this nail because you didn't feel any texture. I thought that it wouldn't lay down enough for you not to feel anything, but it actually did. So this nail, once I got it correct, it turned out well. So I just basically played with that until I got it how she wanted. And then I did go ahead and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Next, we're going in with these rhinestones, and we're just using the biggest crystal rhinestone that we can, and just placing that right on that ring finger on the marble finger, and I'll have her cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And so next I'm going in with my card's top coat, and I'm just going to place a layer of top coat on all of the nails. So I did go in with 2 coats on her pinky, the one that has the flakes, but in between I did have her cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize her cuticles with Macart's Cuticle Oil Stick in the scent of strawberry. And here is the finished set. Let me know what you think about this set down below. And if you've made it this far with me, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I want to thank you all so very much, and much love.